Welcome back to my channel, Math and Language, and we're going to discuss business combinations, Part 8, contingent liabilities. So let's start. So the core exemptions of PFRS 3 versus PAS 37 or Philippine Accounting Standards 37. Ang general rule kasi ng PAS 37 is yung provision, nire-recognize only siya kapag yung outflow of resources is probable. Naalala nyo sa intermediate accounting to tinuro to. Dapat itong provision recognize lang kapag yung resources mo ay probable. Asan yung ballpen ko? Ayan, probable dapat. Kung possible lang siya or hindi siya possible remotely, hindi mo siya recognize. Kaso, may exemption yan. Itong PFRs 3, sa business combination, the acquirer applies PFRs 3. The key difference is, yung contingent liabilities na yan, ni-recognize pa rin even if the outflow daw ay improbable. Okay? So, kung kahit na hindi siya probable, hindi siya more than 50%, kunyari 49 lang or 20%, ilalagay mo pa rin siya. I-recognize mo siya sa outflow. So, dadagdag mo siya sa liabilities. Makikita natin yan sa mamaya sa problem solving. So, when do we recognize a contingent liability? Katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, so, it is a present obligation that arises from past events. At dapat meron tong dalawa. So, it's a present obligation that arises from past events. At yung fair value niya, dapat ma-measure siya reliably. Okay? Pag wala yung isa dito, or, pag wala isa dyan, hindi mo siya i-recognize. Dapat meron ito at meron ito. Kung hindi binigay yung fair value, wala kang ilalagay, hindi mo i-recognize yung contingent liability na yan. So in my note dito, the probability threshold of past 37 is ignored here to ensure all potential obligations are reflected in the purchase price allocation. Okay, next one. So walang probability, wala na tayong mga 48%, 50%, basta pag merong sinabing contingent liability at nandito yung dalawang criteria, pasok yan. So let's have problem solving. ABC company acquires 90% interest o pag may 90%, alam natin may non-controlling yan kasi hindi buong 100% yan eh. There's an XYZ incorporated for 1 million pesos. XYZ's recognized assets and liabilities have fair values of 1.6 M and 900,000 pesos respectively. So may fair value ka na 1.6 M, 900,000 yung probability. Sorry, liabilities mo. ABC opts to measure the non-controlling interest at fair value. The NCI's fair value is 80,000. Okay. Ito, may NCI tayo or non-controlling interest. XYZ daw, basahin natin to, is a defendant in a pending litigation for which no provision was recognized because XYZ strongly believes that it will win the case. The fair value daw of setting the litigation is 50,000. Take note, ang tawag dito, for which no provision was recognized because XYZ strongly. The fair value of setting the litigation is 50,000. So, meron tayong dito contingent liability, 50,000. Okay, binigay yung fair value. So, ilalagay natin siya. Compute na for the goodwill. So, ito yung formula natin, yung palagi natin ginagamit. Yung gamit ako ng itim. Yung kaning consideration transferred, ito, 1 million. Hindi ko dito 1 million. Mahirap magsulat sa ano. Wait lang. Meron ba akong eraser dito? Basta 1 million yan ha. Non-considering interest in the acquiree, ito, 80,000. Lagyan mo lang siya, input mo lang. Previously held equity interest in the acquiree, wala to. So, total mo, 1,080,000. Anong lalagay mo sa fair value of net identifiable assets? Kaya naglagay pa ako ng isang table dito. Fair value of identifiable assets acquired excluding goodwill. So that will be 1.6 M. Wala naman tayong goodwill dito, so wala tayong exclude. 1.6 M. Ito muna. Yung fair value of liabilities assume natin, that's 900,000. At idadagdag natin yung 50,000 na to. Yung contingent liability na to, idadagdag natin siya sa 900,000. So that will be 900K plus mo ng 50K is equal to 950,000. Yung fair value of net identifiable assets acquired, so minus to that will be 650,000. And minus mo lang, 1.6M minus mo na 950,000, 650,000. So yung fair value of net identifiable assets acquired ay 650,000. Ito, goodwill natin, pag kinalculate mo to, 350 plus 480, 430. Alam ko 430 to eh. Oh, 430 nga. Mm. So 430,000 yung mismong goodwill. Diba? Next problem solving tayo. Di ba madali lang? ABC company acquires 100% of DEF Corporation. So wala tayong non-controlling interest kasi 100%. For 2 million pesos, DEF's net assets are valued at 1.5 M. So net asset na siya. So nabawas, nag-asset minus liability na siya. 1.5 na. DEF is involved in a unique, first of its kind environmental lawsuit. Experts agree there is a present obligation. O may present obligation daw. But because the law is new, no one can reliably estimate the fair value of the potential fines. Wala tayong fair value. Take note, pag walang fair value, hindi natin siya isasama doon sa mismong identifiable assets ng liabilities. So, compute for the goodwill. Consideration transferred. Magkano ba yung binayad niya? 2 million pesos. For 2 million pesos. Non-considering interest in the query, wala, 100% eh. Wala din to. So, 2 million to. Fair value of net identifiable assets acquired. Kunin natin tong ano. Hindi naman binigay din yung ano. Kasi naka-net asset na. So, wala na tayong pakilita sa ano. So, 1.5 na to. Tapos, yung fair value of liabilities assume, wala man din tayong idadagdag din dito or ibabawas kasi walang fair value eh. Mm-mm. So, tigyan mo na yung 1,500,000 dyan. At pag minus mo, that's 500,000. Yes, 500,000 yung goodwill natin. Check ko nga dito. Dapat pala minus to minus yan. Yan. Alright. Now, paano kunyari, yung goodwill natin, sorry, yung fair value ng contingent liability is lumabas dito 100K. So, kung lumabas yung 100K dyan, kunyari, eto, fair value of liabilities assume, kasi net asset to, di ba? Kung, let's say, nagdagdag tayo ng 100K dito, edi magiging 1.4 na lang to. Kunyari lang ha, 1.4. Kung 1.4 yan, edi dadagdag yung goodwill. So, di ba remember, pag yung liabilities mo, mapalit ako ng kulay. Pag yung liabilities mo tumataas, pati yung goodwill mo tumataas din. Kapag yung assets mo tumataas, yung goodwill mo bumababa. Hmm. So, syempre, kung assets mo bumababa, yung goodwill mo tumataas. So, pag nagdagdag ka, kung nalaman natin na, kunyari lang, 100,000 yung fair value mo, ang tawag dito, matadagdagan yung goodwill mo ng 100,000 din kasi proportional sila eh. Mm. So, may lang tong video na to. And so in accounting, ito nakuha ko lang to sa AI. In accounting, we don't just record what is certain, we record what is true. By recognizing contingent liabilities, we ensure that the price of the past is reflected in the value of the future. Big word, no? Mm. So that's the end of the lesson on business combinations, part A, contingent liabilities. Ang next topic natin I think will be deferred taxes, yeah. Deferred taxes. Puro mga intermediate accounting to so, no? Dati ng mga topic. Tapos ngayon nasa business combination na. Kaya napansin nyo, yung business combination, ano siya, advanced accounting siya. Kasi dapat may alam ka sa Intac 1, 2, at 3. Bago ka makaintindi itong business combination after advanced accounting. Yun lang. If you have questions or you need of clarifications, please comment down. Again, this is James, your math and language instructor. I'll see you again on my next video. Deferred taxes, business combination pa rin. Please like and subscribe. Laking tulong po sa akin to. Maraming salamat po. Bye!